Robinson Earl, who's actually going to get his first start. They've only seen your Mega Bucks starting lineup for the Bucks. As we all know by now, the Memphis game suspended. They actually gave the win to Memphis in that game. First touch to Giannis, and he gets the first point. He's going to go, and he would have tipped his hand. You know, Giannis has been very conservative, so to speak. I've watched practice, Zora has watched practice, and what we have seen is just up and down. And what we're seeing on the court here, again, Antetokounmpo, a quick 4 point. I mean, that's something. The 6th overall pick this year. You're talking about ages. Oklahoma City, youngest in the NBA, and taking it. Yeah, that's a great point.
Last time I was here,
Game 6, legendary.
It was too easy.
He got dropped 50 at halftime.
Oh my goodness! And you love to see that. Chris and Giannis both hitting the ground, sprinting, not just running.
Dort now from the other side. At 22 years old, one of the older players on OKC here this year. Allen dump off. Antetokounmpo, another chance. Oh, hello.
Wondering how long that would take. But it just shows you how locked in he is.
Nice touch.
In the mid-90s. He's a powerful young fella, but not powerful enough.
Robinson Earl with the kick out to Dort, who's had some success back there, and he continues to have from 3 against the Nets over the weekend. 2 days ago, I should say. There's a strong...
To create some issues.
He signed a 2-way contract with the Bucks. You mentioned the 11 points he's averaging here in the preseason.
And so that defender has more of an obstacle to try and get to the basketball.
It serves as an off arm.
Yeah, it serves as an off arm. Of myself. And it just blew me away. I was like at 22, I'm trying to find out where the disco is in town. And
that's the first miss for Connaughton. Now Antetokounmpo, no luck. Middleton with the flush. And not going to fall here for Dort. 9 points for Middleton, 8 for Giannis. Grayson Allen from the left side. He hit one from the right.
When you think about his great shooting from the outside.
Yeah, it's a great point. You kind of pigeonhole him as a guy who spots up from behind three-point territory. Speaking of spotting up,
Remind me to tell you my Ronnie Lott story sometime.
I can't wait. Allen spotting up. He checked his feet. And pure assist. I haven't heard of that philosophy, though, but I like it. I'm with you.
No, you're not really, but I appreciate it. It's a thought.
I did. For all of 2 seconds.
Yeah. It'll never happen, but...
Yeah, I did say I was a pass first point.
Is that the Larry O'Brien trophy?
That trophy has traveled several miles.
Unit, and now Jordan Nwora should be a little bit more aggressive looking to score.
Thanasis.
But again,
the Bucks. Thanasis Antetokounmpo after he got that bucket. He's looking for another one. He pointed at the bench, the Bucks bench, saying, "I gotcha." There's the night. What things mean something to him?
Yeah.
What places mean something to him? You know, the alma mater of Chris Middleton. We've seen some players bring it back to their high schools as
to hold it, interact with it.
From mid-range, tip isn't there. The third opportunity is from Porter. And now he's sprinkled back in the starters. With Nwora, this will be interesting because Nwora is now playing with the other 4 starters for these next few possessions.
And again, this is where that's nice. That's nice, Jordan. Okay, I was feeling and did a nice job with the left-handed finish.
Nwora trying to work that closeout and the finger roll
out of Florida.
One of those draft picks this year. Had 6 picks in 2021.
Master for working that dunker area under the basket. Becoming an outlet for any type of penetration, sneaking behind that backline defender.
And getting some time. He had 20 minutes in that first preseason game. They lost to the Hornets back on Monday. They actually haven't played a game as Dort takes it.
Lisa, so I'm sure they'll figure out the proper minutes of allotment for him.
Allen! Great. Well, the Bucks will open up 91 days, 13 weeks since they won that championship. There's the
spoon feed them the minutes, just depending on how their bodies are feeling right now.
Though this game won't count, the points won't count. 83 is trying to get to maybe 84.
Knocking down shots all over the floor, all 3 levels.
From the corner to their success and their future in the next few years. Allen, nice and comfy in that corner, and reverse style for two.
A lot of different things on the ball, off the ball, and I think we're going to put him in positions to kind of show his versatility. Tonight, he's hitting shots, and it looks really good.
I guess for a majority of the time in the first half, and sprinkling in some people as
Projections, and they talk about he's 6'6", 6'11" wingspan, 36-inch standing vert, and how that compares favorably to some other guys, Danny Green. And
yeah, in fact, Giddy, I think the youngest to play on the Australian national team since Ben Simmons did it. Lopez with the finish. 15-footer. He was good at that time. Muscala's had 4 years at Duke, and JJ asked him if he regretted that at all, and he immediately said no. You know, there's the development and the relationship has to bring up who they actually beat. That next time, Marcus and Zora, let's just say he won the national championship, right, and just forget who they beat.
Regret, heat of the moment type stuff. And that's kind of where that, I believe, comes from, springs forth from. But here's when he'll see you the next stop and make sure you guys get together. So that went on all season long, and that was like one of the greatest Hayes jobs of all time. Do some stuff, carry a bag of balls or something, rookie Hayes, and he's like, I'm no rookie, I've been playing basketball all my life.
Backline defense at its finest. Kick out, Maladome for three. He knocks it down.
Another young DJ.
Zakis is in for the first time.
Yeah, and guarding DJ Wilson, former Milwaukee. But there you go, nice job.
Brooke Lopez won in the pregame. Played his first 4 years, as you mentioned, obviously here in Milwaukee. That one dropping that time. Be eligible to play on the road in Milwaukee.
Yes, he would. And that's yeah. And they like to throw Miami into that package also, with Kyle Lowry and what they've got going on. At that time, performers, and I was doing Pac-10 games, and he asked me who I thought was best. I told him OJ Mayo. Hey, wow, that was the bit kind of hit me. That's how he was looking at things in terms of talent evaluations. And I said, hey, Russell Westbrook may be at the top.
5-on-5, he's in these moments with Giannis, and I've seen some of this matchup in my head. I'm like, how in the world do you guard Giannis? Coach Bud has been nuts.
It's not easy to guard Giannis. It's the biggest understatement that comes out of Bud's mouth.
Well, I'm laughing because
Seton Hall in the Big East, and just a joy to cover. You know, he's going to be a guy that's going to maybe, obviously I'm not saying that he's going to be able to keep working it around the perimeter. Kite with the fadeaway. Kitty with the rebound to put back. 19 actually still leading all scorers on both sides. It's a team high or a game high 19. Jerome's got 13. They didn't necessarily have to pick up anyone that major. It's the complementary pieces, right? It's the depth around those big three.
And how these guys kind of get along when that happens. You got your ring. Now it's all about maybe cashing in and go.
No Derek Favors tonight. Grady G out as well, and Kenrich Williams. Those are the scratches for Oak.
Well, game's winding down. Good outing for the Bucks, and everything that Coach Bud got to hope for. Great performances by the big three, and everybody comes away healthy. That's a good night.
Took 3 preseason games to pick up win number 1 here in the